What's up, y'all? It's your girl Drizzy Treya, and we're back at it again with another reading. We're talking about what makes you stand out. Okay, but if you're new here, welcome. Hit that little subscribe over there, down below, and the bell so you get notified each and every time I post. I will be posting a free reading giveaway if I have not already. You better enter that shit, because if it's free, it's for me. Okay. I will have already or will be making a video, so depends on when this video gets posted. I want to say thank you to anyone who has donated anything, really. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for booking. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. It's all appreciated. And I really do appreciate the gratitude and the confirmations and everything that you guys send me. I feel it and I love it, and I'm thankful to even be able to receive it, just so you guys know. So let's talk about it. We have two piles today. We have pile number 1, what makes you stand out, which is the Dream Keeper's Tarot. Then we have pile number 2, which is the Pastel Journey Tarot. Do what you need to do. You could pick both piles. I don't even care, baby. But yeah, I hope this helps you to realize that you're a freaking star, and the reason why you stand out is because of blankety blankety blank. We'll talk about it in a little bit, okay? But again, thank you. I love you guys, and I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever. And I'll see you on the pile that you picked. Bye. Hey, pile number 1. Welcome to pile number, I don't know. Okay. How are you? Welcome. We are talking about what makes you stand out, pile 1. But if you're new here, hit that subscribe down over yonder. And if this resonates, you can like, comment, subscribe, all that good. If you want to book a personal, you can hit me up on Instagram at Theowlsintuition, which is linked below in my description, or you can email the email that is down in the description as well. But first, we're going to get the current energy so you can get a feel to see if this is your pile. And then we'll move on to, why do you stand out? Why do you stick out like a sore thumb? Why do people just be staring at you and just in awe? They be like, damn. It's like you can't go somewhere without people noticing you, so let's see why. So what's your current energy, pile 1? We got bring a gentle touch. Sheesh. Alright, well, I'll take the one that flipped. Got a little skunky skunk. Little skunky monkey. And we have the crow. You could be seeing a lot of crows right now, or a deer, or a skunk, depending on where you live. But those are pretty common animals, honestly. And then we have the mouse. Tend to the small things. Okay. Current energy, pile 1. I feel like you're being less hard on yourself, okay? You were the type of person, it's like you felt guilty for, you know, not doing things for others. You maybe people-pleasing tendencies, or you felt guilty about, like, procrastinating, or, like, you know, you always just felt like you needed to do something. You had to work. I always got to be doing something. I got to be doing something, helping something, doing blah, blah, blah. It's like that kind of vibe. It's like you never took a break. You know, you never stopped to, like, acknowledge, you know, your successes, acknowledge how far you've come, acknowledge who you are, or just be. You didn't take a chance to just be and take a breath. And I feel like you're finally starting to do that, taking more time for your mental health, for peace, you know, self-love, self-care. Maybe you've been doing a little bit more, you know, things that you love to do, more things that are helping you, and you're just reminding yourself more about your worth. You know, that you are worthy and you don't have to do things to be worthy of things, you know? I feel like maybe you've ended a tough cycle either with people or just yourself. Maybe a lot of negative self-talk, or maybe you were around a lot of people who just kind of hated on you, or like always had something to say, or always try to knock down or break down your ego. Or break down your soul and shit like that. That's some shiesty ass shit. But I feel like, you know, you're tending to the small things. You're starting to ooze love, and, you know, just treat yourself a lot better and connect more to yourself. Okay? And I feel like you are tapping into the divine more, tapping into your true magic, you know, allowing your colors, your true colors to show even through the darkness. Because with the raven and the crow, well, the crow, it's the crow, the raven, whatever. But you see these colors, you know, it's a black bird, but you can still see the colors. I'm pretty sure it's a raven, whatever, it doesn't matter. But like, you can see the colors of the blue, the purple and stuff like that. And it's like when they're closer, or when the light hits it a right way. And it's like, I don't know why that was relevant, but I feel like, you know, you're starting to point out your divinity more. You're starting to point out the magic in life. You're starting to point out the little things and be like, oh, did you see that synchronicity? Or like, wow, isn't that lucky? And like when spirit or source or God is co-creating with you, you talk about it more. You know, you're more aware of it and you see it more, and you might be feeling more happy about it. You could be seeing 999, 444, and 888 a lot, you know. But yeah, I do feel like you are starting to like realize that you are not this little mouse. You have so much more, okay? I feel like, you know, you downplay yourself. You're very intelligent and you're very wise and you're very loving and caring, but you are starting to give that back to yourself. So if that resonates with you, 444, I guess you could be saying 444 as well, then welcome to the party next door. Hey, you could be a party next door fan. But you're starting to see the love and the magic all around you. So let's get into it, Pile One. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about it. Why do you stand out? What makes you stand out in the crowd? Pile One. What makes Pile One stand out? All levels, all aspects. A couple more. And we'll get it popping. One more. Oh, Jesus. We got loyal. I don't know why, but I'm hearing that locked up, they won't let me out. Maybe some of y'all was trapped. Some of y'all actually went to jail. Okay. Maybe you guys went to court or something like that, you know. Hey, I got arrested before. It's because of bench warrant, okay? So chill out. Oh, you guys have a lot of cards. Sheesh. You stand out because of a lot of reasons. Okay. So it's like you're a ray of sunshine. Your energy is definitely what makes you stand out. Okay, your energy, your divinity. You are like this divine being, and that's what makes you stand out. Okay, you send a lot of love, consciously or subconsciously, to others, and they feel that. You also could be highly connected to the divine or to your angels, your ancestors, and there's a lot of divine essence. And you know, if you have your whole team with you at all times, and especially if you're connected, you have a large team like I do, then you know, where you go, people feel your energy immediately before you walk in. So it's like you could open the door and then everybody turns around, and that doesn't happen with every person that opens that door, but with you, it's because that burst of energy, that burst of like, and they don't know how to explain it, but they just look, and they don't know why they're looking, but they look, and then they look at you, and then when they look at you, they see like, you know, your uniqueness, your beauty, your eyes, that stare that you have, you know. And some of them might give you a side eye, and you don't care. The thing is like, you're not trying to size up anybody, you're not trying to intimidate anybody, you're just walking in there trying to be your true authentic self. And a lot of people like stare because like, who will really be out here? Like, a lot of people don't ooze authenticity, but you do. You are your true self. Some of you guys could be loud too, and that's what makes you stand out. It's your voice. Like, you have a voice that travels very far. It doesn't have to be like, it's not that you're obnoxious, but like, you could have a loud voice that carries or holds a lot of weight. And even your unique accent or the way that you say things, you might enunciate. And that might make you stand out, the words that you say. But I feel like, you know, being on a real esoteric kind of vibe, I'm gonna say it's really because of your soul. Your soul makes you stand out. Your soul's brightness. A lot of you guys probably have heard this your whole life, but you're definitely an old soul, a star seed, some type of higher level being, okay? And that makes you stand out. But some of you guys, you're very connected to your family and your friends, and you know, you could be very loving, very openly loving, you know, maybe very big on hugging, kissing, PDA, and it doesn't mean it has to be like, you know, romantic, but it could also be romantic because we do have the lovers right here. I didn't even tell you guys what cards we have, but we have loyalty, beyond, universal oneness, which is transcend. We have crystal technology, which is silicone. We have mami wata, which is I don't know why that was funny, because it made me think of that song, uba uba wata. Okay, anyway, memory, I can, food, meditation, I know I can. Oh, maybe you guys are singers too. Some of you guys have just a really nice voice, or there's something about your voice being very attractive. Could even be raspy or light, but like you have a very distinct voice, and that's what stands out. Like, I don't know, there's something about your voice that makes you stand out. But we also have peace, family, and union, and then balance. But you're very, very, very it's like the way that you are towards yourself, that is how your soul expresses to the world. So you probably have a lot of self-love right now. You're very loyal to yourself, very connected to your spirituality or your soul or yourself. Very big on your peace and very big on self-love, self-care. You could eat healthy things, and you know, you have cut off a lot of toxicity. So you're very high vibrational, and that's what makes you stand out. You actually might have known or know a lot of people. You might have worked in the service industry, someplace that has a lot of high traffic, high volume, and you know, you're the type of person who has a face that's unforgettable, and that's what makes you stand out, is because everybody knows who you are, but they might not know you personally, but they know you or seen you around. So that's why you always get these stares, or you always stand out wherever you go, because it's like somebody in there knows you. 1 out of 10 people, that one person's gonna know you and be like, yo, what's up, pal? One, I haven't seen you in forever. How you been? You looking good, you know? But yeah, there's a big emphasis on some of you guys have big juicy curls. And you could actually be like thick on the bottom, nice hips, wide hips as well, and that's what makes you stand out. Your walk, okay? You walk with authority, you walk with power, you walk with, like, you mean business. Some of you guys could walk fast, but it's like, it's not even that you have to walk fast, it's just you have a certain like pimp walk, you know what I'm saying? It's like kato mate, like fucking Russ from whatever that is, that show. Is it Russ? Yeah, it's Russ, but not Russ like the you know what I'm saying. What the hell's his name? Wow, I really can't remember it, but if you know that show and you know that rapper, it's gonna piss me off. It doesn't matter. Just comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. You know, he had a cell phone. He would always be in the bathtub at the end of the thing. I can't remember. But you have like this beautiful pure energy, and that's what makes you stand out, okay? Again, because with this silicone, it's like you're real as hell. You're real as hell, but also you might look like unreal to people. You might have this angelic or kind of like alien kind of look. You might look like very unique. Getting some of you guys have like piercing eyes, especially, you know, with people with blue eyes. How like when they look at you, it's like, whoa, and you get like scared, but then you like can't help but like stare into their eyes, because it's like, wow, it's like beautiful oceans in your eyes. Some of you guys could have unique eye colors. Some of you guys could actually have more than one eye color, like one eye is like brown and one eye is hazel, or one eye is like gray and one eye is blue. I'm getting that. Some of you guys have like, again, unique hair colors, hairstyles. You could wear a lot of hats. You could be a hat person, even beanies, and that could make you stand out. It's definitely a big emphasis on your style. You could show your body off, no matter what kind of like body you got. You could have nice legs, and that's what makes you stand out. But also, it's like the way you present yourself is, you know, you're very, it's like this perfect balance of like, I hold my ground and I'm very firm and I will beat your ass, but also like I'm fun, I'm here for a good time, I'm very loving and caring, as long as you respect me and don't just cross my boundaries. And that's what makes you stand out, is people know that you're not one to be effed with, but you're also very kind and welcoming. Like your face will look like this at first, like you'll be like, you know, and then all of a sudden a smile comes over and then you start to look like this. You're like, ha ha ha, open arms to people, and they're like, what? You know? Excuse me. Blur. Yeah, and the thing is like, you could be like, a lot of people see you so quickly and then you just leave, and that's what makes you stand out, because you're so mysterious. You don't try to shine, but you can't help but shine, and then people want to know more about you, but you just dip. You disappear, and that's what makes you stand out, because they're like, yo, y'all seen that girl? Y'all seen that guy? Who was that? They was fine as hell, or they looked unique as hell. I like their shoes, or you know, they give you some type of compliment, but they only saw you for 2 seconds, but they pointed something out real quick on you that they liked. You also stand out because your energy is calming and soothing. You bring peace to wherever the hell you're at. Okay, if people are fighting or if there's tension, and especially because, like, you know, I feel like, you know, you've healed a lot in your family, so when you come around your family, you stand out to your family as well. Some of you guys have a nice relationship and you're with your dream partner, and you and your partner are like this dream power couple, and that's why you stand out as well. You both walk in and they're like, oof, I'm not surprised they're together. They look like two peas in a pod. Just take it as it resonates. But also there could be this emphasis on like, you're the dream guy or dream girl of everybody, and a lot of people want to get to know you because they could see their life with you. They could see beyond the present moment, and they could see that, you know, they could definitely create a family with you, or, you know, they feel like, you know, they could have the world with you. Some of you guys, when they talk with you or something like that, there's something about like, you have a very good memory. Okay, even if you met a person like once or twice, you might remember their name, and that's what makes you stand out. You make people feel heard, you make people feel seen, and you make people feel important. Okay, like you're the type of person, say you were a business, you were the CEO, you're the person who's talking to the maids, and you're talking to the janitor with the same respect as your coworkers, or the CFO, or whoever is like on your same level. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not the type of person to look down or be rude to somebody, even the homeless or something like that. You know, some people are very, very rude to the homeless, and I understand. I see your perspective. I get it. But also, it's like, they're still a human being, or a spiritual being having a human experience. It's just theirs is different than yours. So chill out, bruh. And I feel like you're the person who defends the little guy or the little girl. You know, you defend the people who are the downtrodden. Okay, you're like the freaking Peter Pan of, you know, and not to say that you steal from the rich and give to the poor, but it's like, you're that person who, you'll stick up for people, and people remember that, and that's why you stand out. They're like, yo, this person had my back. This person supported me, and I don't even know who they are. I don't even know their name, but they made me feel good. Okay. Wow. Woo-wee. Some of y'all are bosses, leaders, go-getters, and that's why you stand out. You're a hard worker, but also it's just like, you look like successful, and that's why you stand out. But let's get some more. Why does pile 1 stand out? Stick out like a sore thumb, I'm getting. Like, you might try to downplay yourself, but you just can't. Like, you might try to just wear sweatpants and, like, you know, get your hair tied and stuff like that, and just try to look like everybody else, but you can't. Like, your soul is not gonna let you do that, okay? No matter what. And your desires and your needs and stuff, you get drawn to certain pieces of clothing, or certain tattoos, or piercings and stuff like that. You guys are very psychic too. So I told you, caring community. You make, says participate and belong, enrich your life. You kumbaya, my lord. You got the guitar around the fire, and you're making everybody sing. Okay, you make everybody feel comfortable in their own skin as well, and that could be another reason why you stand out. You stick out. You know, you're not gonna call everybody out. You don't make fun out of anybody. You don't make fun of anybody. Okay, you defend people when you see people making fun of people, but it's like, you're very casual, but it's also like your energy expands further than you, so people can feel your light and feel healed around you. You're a safe space, whether you want it or not. This is just your life path. This is your mission. Like, this is where you came on this life to, in this dimension, this 3D dimension, to help people without even touching them or looking at them, just your energy, your presence, walking by them and them just like, oh, you know, that doesn't impact on them. But yeah, you remind people that there's good in humanity. You know, you might do small acts of kindness, like you pay it forward, or you might pay for the person in front of you and stuff like that. And in back of you, and just do acts of kindness that makes you stand out. But you're very, again, because we have honor and integrity, it's like you are very big on core values, big on respect. You give respect, you get respect, but you will not allow anyone to disrespect you. You're always honest. You speak your truth with ease and grace. You could be seeing 33, 333, or 111, or 11. A lot of master numbers, 555, 777, and 444. But I feel like, you know, you live your life and you live an enriched, fun, fulfilling life, and you inspire others to do the same, and that's why you stand out. Your social media could stand out as well. You could have a large following or be known worldwide or do something that is worldwide or world known, and that's why you stand out as well. You could just have that energy, like a celebrity kind of energy. You look like you're a celebrity without being a celebrity, but there's this certain energy that you kind of like portray or send out that is unintentional, but it's just like it oozes, you know, who the hell is that? You know, your heart center. You live through your heart center too. I think you have a big ass heart. You know, you don't want people to feel how you felt when you were down or felt like you were alone or were going through the roughest of your times. You help a lot of people who are down, and you could be very big on community service or like providing service or helping a lot of people. You inspire a lot of people, and that's why you stand out, you know? You're the person who's big on like donating and stuff like that. But you're big on spirituality, or like, you know, you help a lot of people. You're good at advice, and that's what makes you stand out as well. You can solve a problem very easily. It's not like you eavesdrop either, but you could be walking by and say someone says this, and all of a sudden like you're like, hey, not to be rude, I don't mean to intercept, but like I can help you, and then you help people, and that's why people you stand out, because you did that, and then they see you again and they can't help but look at you or say hi to you, or like, you know, there's just big emphasis on everybody that you come into contact with, every life that you come into, you are unforgettable, and that's why you stand out, because you impact their life in a way that is memorable. It's like you don't make people feel shitty, you make them feel better than when they first saw you. So let's get some more. Why does pile 1 stand out? Why does pile 1 stand out? Yeah, you make people remember the divine. You make people remember their soul. You remind people, like, reveal, it says reveal what needs to be seen. You point out things that need to be seen. You point out things that need to happen, and you're not afraid. You don't fear judgment, okay? You're very fearless, and a lot of people don't have that courage. A lot of people are worried about what people are going to say or people are going to do, and don't live a kind of courageous or truly authentic life because of fear of judgment. But you do, and people know it because you make it known, you make it apparent that you are very different, because you can't help but be different. Like, you are your true authentic self. We got Pisces, Cancer, Aries, Sagittarius, heavy Pisces, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Aquarius isn't here, but I got it. Like, it came out. Okay, so we have what needs to be revealed, attune to the divine, take a breather, forgive, go for it. And practice gratitude. It's kind of funny because I have an Aries rising, Aries sun, and then Cancer moon. And this is why I respect this, because I'm go for it, but I'm going to take a breather if I need to, okay? I'm going to take a breather, a breath in between, and that's where I'm learning that balance. But it's also, it's like you're so connected, you're so divine, and you're just like so mysterious, and that's what makes you stand out, because people want to know about you. They want to know your secret sauce. They want to know how you do this, and you're very grateful. You ooze gratitude, and when you operate through gratitude, you are vibrating on the highest form of love, you know, besides love itself, but love is love. So you know what I'm saying? Like, the expression of joy, all that stuff. But gratitude is that attitude, you know. But I feel like you're definitely a go-getter. You're motivated. You could be definitely a leader. Some of you guys are entrepreneurs, business owners, and stuff like that. But like, a lot of people know you because of your success, and that's why you stand out. You're very successful, and you're grateful for your success. You're very humble. You're very wise, and you have this type of expansive mindset that is also like dreamy, but also it's like also in the 3D. It's like, you know, practical things, but you know a lot about the divine. You know a lot about health. It's like you're a jack of all trades, a jack of all aspects of life, you know. You'll know random facts, like I said before in a different reading. But I feel like you make a lot of people feel like it's safe to rest, it's safe to relax. You know, you calm people's anxiety down. You help people. Maybe you've helped people through panic attacks. Some of you guys could actually work in a hospital or ER, or like, you know, could be a therapist or anything like that. I'm getting big like emphasis on you help a lot of people. You help the masses, okay? Whether you work at a gas station or you work at the hospital or you do spiritual work, there's something about you coming into contact with a lot of people. You don't even have to come into contact with a lot of people. So you go on a walk around the neighborhood, your energy makes you stand. You walking down the street, people are looking at you like, who is that? You guys look good. You guys look dreamy. You guys look unique, and you look different, okay? You guys stand out because you have certain features on your face and certain features of your body. I'm getting like wide hips, or you're tall, or you could be very short. Something that's very drastic about you that sticks out. Even birthmarks or something on your face and stuff like that. Beauty marks in specific spots. It's just like, you know, you have certain things that are just your smile. You can have a huge smile or really big eyes or nice bushy eyebrows or, you know, big hair. Again, because there's big emphasis on like curls or a fro or something like that. Hairstyles, dreads, braids, unique colors as well, bright colors. Not even just like the usuals, but like purples, reds, greens, turquoises, you know, stuff like that. But I feel like, you know, you just kind of like bring this kind of comfort to people. People feel safe around you because of your energy, and that's why you stand out, because they don't know who you are. They don't know if you could hurt them or not, to like through the 3D, but through their soul knows that like, it's okay, I can trust this person, or it's okay, this person is safe for me to be around. Like, you know how you can catch all like you get a vibe off of certain negative people and stuff like that, and you're like, nah, there's something off about that person. You do the exact opposite to people. They see you, and they interact with you, and they walk away like, wow, that person was really nice, or there's something about that person that I just love. I don't know what, I can't put my finger on it, but they're amazing, you know. And they didn't even have to be around you for a long time, but they just knew like, wow, this person, something else, something of a blessing. You're a blessing. That's straight up like that. Let's get some tarot to close you out. Heavy Pisces energy. What's up, Pisces gang? I have a lot of Pisces in my chart. So what makes Pile 1 stand out? What is this? One more card. Okay. What's this King of Wands? I'm getting that you're very patient when it comes to people who are very rude. Like, a lot of people may come up to you and start projecting or be very rude to you. Especially if you work in customer service or anything that has to do with the collective or masses. And some people might be rude to you, and people could witness that. And the way you're very patient. You're very patient, because I'm coming to a time when I was working, and this lady was mad rude to me, right? But I knew that she wasn't like, I just knew that she was in a bad mood, and I didn't really take it personally, and I handled it very well. And everybody who saw it was like, and she gave me a tip because she knew she was kind of in the wrong, like a big ass tip. And I was kind of surprised, but I think it's because I didn't project back to her that she was like, oh wow, I was a dick to this bitch. But she didn't take it personally, you know what I'm saying? What's this Page of Wands? But at the end of the day, everyone around me was like, wow, you handled that so well, because I would have cussed her out. And you know what? Old me would have, but I'd done a lot of growing. Okay? So we have the Page of Wands clarified by the Nine of Cups. We have the Two of Cups in reverse clarified by the Six of Wands. And then we have the King of Swords clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. Why was that so hard? I feel like it's hard for people to wrap their heads around you. And that's why you stand out, because they want to look at you to figure you out. Okay? You're very different in whatever way. I've named so many different ways, so obviously just apply it for you. And, you know, there's just something, big emphasis on, like, these people just be staring at you because they want to figure out, like, who you are. How did you get here? Like, where did you come from? But I feel like you've walked away from a lot of things that, like, you know, a lot of people maybe have built certain foundations, or you built a foundation and you walked away from it. Maybe, like, let's say you were married or something like that, and you ended up being gay and you had a divorce. You know, you still love your kids and all that stuff, but you ended up finding the love of your life. And that stands out to people because, like, a lot of people would just stay in an unhappy marriage. But you were like, no, I've discovered myself. It took a little bit of time, but now I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna live in my truth. You know, I feel like it took a little bit of time for you to live in your truth, but now that you do, it really stands out. But I also feel like you've walked away from a lot of your old self, and that's what makes you stand out, because a lot of people knew who you were. I feel like maybe you were always popular. Even if you're a popular loner, like maybe you weren't always like a loner before, but like you've went through what you needed to do and you walked away from a lot of people. And, you know, you're still popular. A lot of people still know you, but it's like you've walked away from a lot of things and situations and people. And it shocks people. You have the shock factor because of the fact that you do things that are shocking, because it's not what the society or the masses dictate is the right way to handle things. You know, you follow your intuition, you trust your intuition, you're very intuitive, and that's why you stand out, is because you allow your heart to lead. You're less ego or fear-based and more love and intuitive vibes from my perspective. But I feel like, you know, again, you're very decisive, and I feel like you can pull off a lot of different looks. Like one day you'll be dressed up super fly and like very formal, and then all of a sudden, you know, you can pull off a street look, and then all of a sudden it's like you're wearing a dress or like, you know, a suit. It's like you can pull off every look that you put on, and that's what makes you stand out, is you could wear a trash bag and still look good. That's hilarious, by the way. I'm seeing that Missy Elliott, I can't stand the rain in my window. Your humor makes you stand out as well. You're funny. Some of y'all got that cackle laugh. I don't know if I mentioned this already in this reading, but you definitely, you give a little kickity cackle, but you make a lot of people laugh or make a lot of people smile, and that's what makes you stand out, is because, you know, people remember when you make them laugh or make them smile. They'll see you again and be like, wow, that person's mad funny, and all you did was tell one joke. That's it, but you stick with them. A lot of you guys are very conventionally attractive, and that's what makes you stand out as well. You could have a very handsome or pretty face, a nice mustache. Some of you guys got a unique mustache. I'm seeing the doorknob mustaches, and that's also what makes you stand out. You could have unique glasses as well, or hats. Some of you guys could wear veils or head wraps and stuff like that. That makes you stand out as well. Very vibrant colors too. A lot of yellows. Okay, you could live a YOLO life as well, like you only live once kind of vibe. Like you do a lot of things spontaneously, even though you're very grounded and firm. But I feel like, you know, you're still here to have a fun time. You're like, I'm not here for a long time, I'm here for a good time. That kind of vibe. Some of you guys are very creative, and I feel like, you know, you pour your creativity into your job, or like just every aspect of your life. You do things very differently, and that's what makes you stand out. Your taste in music too. Some of you guys could blast music or sing or hum a lot, and that could also make you stand out. I do feel like a lot of you guys left a lot of people and have a lot of fans, and that's what makes you stand out, is because you chose to leave the toxicity behind, but you still have those people lingering around you or giving you praise, even though like you left their life. And it's like, you don't talk shit about them, you let them be who they are, but they, even if they do talk shit about you, they still got your name in their mouth. And it holds weight, because a lot of people might project onto you and talk shit because you left their life, but then they start to see, the people around the people who are talking shit, they start to see like why you left their life, and they're like, oh, so Pal One probably isn't this crazy ass. You know what I'm saying? It's like you left before people realized it. Like, you called shit out before. You knew, you saw through people's facades before, and that's what makes you stand out, is because you might catch a vibe and you might be like, yeah, there's something off about that person, like I said earlier, and people be like, now you crazy, and all of a sudden they call you a week later like, yeah, you was right. And that's what makes you stand out, because they're like, how did they know? How did they know? You know, you guys are very intelligent too, and big emphasis on being a boss or leader. I don't know, you guys are abundant in some way, but it's like you're not flashy about your abundance. Like, yes, you might have nice things and stuff like that, but I feel like, you know, you're humble. But you're humbly successful, okay? You do what you need to do. You go after your goals and dreams, and you might make a lot of money, and you might get all that you want and be into the luxurious things, but it's like you don't base, like, you find more fulfillment in spending time with others or doing things that you like, even like reading, writing and stuff like that, or getting creative, instead of like, okay, I got a Lambo and that's my life. Like, that, you don't feel fulfilled. You might have a nice car, yes, but like, you don't base your success on the Lambo. You don't base your success, you got it because you like it, you know? It's not because it's gonna make me look cool or make me stand out, but you stand out regardless. You don't need the nice things to stand out, but you do have some nice things that make you stand out as well. You could be into certain technology, or definitely, because I mentioned a Lambo, you might have a nice car and that's what makes you stand out. Your car could have a unique color, and that also could be what makes you stand out as well. Or you could be a good driver. You could have handles. Okay, you could be very, very good in avoiding accidents and stuff like that, and people be like, damn, did you see that person dodge that? The person was about to back into that car and they said shoop shoop. You know, you guys could be very into driving, or some of you guys speed and people find that that makes you stand out because you just dip by, you know. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna call it, because that's it, baby. But you don't let a lot of things that would hold people in certain positions, like, to make you stay there, you know? You're in a relationship with somebody who's like a millionaire, you would still leave them if they didn't know how to love you. You wouldn't stay in that relationship just because they have money. And that's what makes you stand out. But I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Hey, what's going on? Pal number 2. It's your girl, Drea. This is the Theowlsintuition. If you're new here, hit that little subscribe down below and the little bell so you get notified every single time that I post. If it resonates, you can like, you can comment, and subscribe, like I already said. But yeah, if you want to book a personal, my email is in the description box, or you can message me on the Theowlsintuition. At the Theowlsintuition Instagram. And I want to say thank you to anyone who has donated or, booked a reading or anything like that. It is appreciated, and I am doing a free reading giveaway. The video is either already out or will be out soon. And you can get all the information on that video, but I highly recommend you sign up, because if it's free, it's for me. I just want to point out and say that a lot of blessings are coming your way. Yeah, you might be going through some hard ass shit right now, like some tough ass shit and a lot of endings, but you're gonna realize why shit had to happen the way it did. And it's gonna be like, yeah, I feel like you're decluttering your life. But let's get your current energy, and then we'll dive into what makes you stand out. So current energy, pile 2. Did I say pile 1? I better not have said pile 1. So we have the owl spirit. You see clearly now. Now is a lucky time. Yeah. You could be seeing clearly now, like why shit had to happen. Love is all around, and magic works through you. Yep. Yep. And yep. Okay, some of you guys are really stepping into a powerful new life. Abundance. Some of you guys may have just had children, but there's a big emphasis on big change that you manifested through magic, through belief, through your intuition, through following love, following your heart. You've received a lot of signs. You made the changes that you need to change, and now you're starting to see the results. Your life is getting more lucky after a real rough time of leaving and shedding. Okay? You shed a lot. Okay, but you had to trust your intuition. You got knocked down, you got bumped into, and your crown fell, but you picked it up and you put it back on. You straightened out your crown. You was like, yeah, I'm still that king, I'm still that queen. Regardless of the trauma, regardless of the trials and the tribulations, I am who I am. And I feel like you're definitely very unique. And, you know, you could be very, very high vibrational right now. And that's why things are kind of flowing to you. It's like you don't have to do a lot to get what you want right now. So that's why with this now is a lucky time, things are just kind of falling into place, you know, like a lucky's rabbit foot. Like you have some of y'all might have a lucky rabbit foot, or just some kind of amulet or something that might be lucky to you. Okay, or you could you know, be very superstitious. That's random, I know, but a lot of you are very intuitive, and I feel like, you know, you could be into magic, but it's like you're very, very lucky. You could be seeing 777, you could be seeing 555 and 444 and 222. Okay, but you're very supported, and the divine is definitely helping you right now. So continue to focus on love and speaking your truth and setting firm boundaries, but also taking inspired action and making the changes that you know you've been putting off for a little while. You know, you're being forced to improve your health, okay, because of whatever thing happened that was bad before. You're being forced to put yourself out there because of, you know, you feeling lonely. You're being forced to make new friends because of you losing friends and stuff like that. It's like that kind of vibe, okay? Maybe some of y'all went through a breakup, but now it's like you're trying to get back into the game, or because of you going through that breakup, after you broke up with that person, all of a sudden you're more abundant and you're feeling more healed, and things are just getting a lot easier for you. Yeah, look at transformation is beautiful. You're definitely transforming, and now it's like you're stepping into it. You're releasing, and you're out of that the cocoon phase, because the cocoon phase is the roughest phase of all. But now you're faced with challenges in regards to the choices that you need to make, okay? And forgiving yourself for the choices that you made and letting go of your past, because you're a different person now. But if that resonates with you, then let's get it poppin'. So what makes you stand out, pile 2? Pile 2, what makes pile 2 stand out? What makes pile 2? All new energies. Pile 2, what makes pile 2 stand out? What makes pile 2 stand out? Huh. Some of you guys could jump really high and that could make you stand out. That's so funny. So we have community, hood love. Some of you guys could be hood, and that's you stand out. You could look hood or just be hood or be from the hood, but also just be like super abundant, or in areas where people are kind of like shook to see people from the hood. It's like, bitch, I can go wherever the hell I want if I want to freaking, because I'm here. Niggas in Paris. Like, yeah, I'm a nigga in Paris. That's so random. Just take it if it resonates, because that's not for everybody, obviously. Okay. Wow. All right. So let's talk about it. We have balance and wizard. We have witch. We literally have wizard and witch. So y'all into the occult. Y'all are into the occult vibes. Okay? Doesn't matter what kind of occult. Y'all into it. Okay? Something about that. That's what makes you stand out. People can look at you and tell that you're into that type of stuff. People can look at you and tell that you're either spiritual, or some of you guys could be religious, but I'm getting more occult vibes, like witch, wizard, spiritual vibes, you know? But we have heavy Scorpio energy. Then we have transformation. We have memory, karma, and create. Hermetic principles could be relevant. You could work with the Hermetic principles, the laws of the universe, and that's what makes you stand out, because you know how to flow with the universe. You know how to use these energies to your advantage. So a lot of things work out for you, or they're starting to work out for you more, regardless of like the deaths and the endings and all that rough ass shit that you went through. But like, again, that was karma balancing itself out. You had to go through that. Maybe that was past life karma that was closing itself out in this lifetime right now. So shout out to you. Pat yourself on the back, first of all, because you've done a lot of healing and a lot of work, okay? Maybe a lot of inner child healing, a lot of cord cutting, a lot of work, okay? But yeah, you stand out because, you know, I feel like you put emphasis on community, or you have a lot of close-knit friends, or just like, you know, a lot of people that you really ride for, and that's what makes you stand out, is because people see how good of a friend you are, see how good of a person you are, and they want to be around you. Okay, you have a lot of divine support too, because look at him. He has all these little beings behind him. I don't know if you can see them. like this person, that person, this person. There's a person over here, person over there. You know, a lot of people around you, and some people feel your divinity. What is this? Key. Okay, you have a lot of keys. Some of you guys have a nice house, okay, or apartment, and that could make you stand out as well. Even if people haven't seen it, maybe you post pictures on social media or videos and people see it, and that's what makes you stand out. People stop at your videos also because you look good, okay? You have style, could have certain features that stick out, like your hair, your jawline, your nose, your lips. Some of y'all have nice big juicy lips. You ain't gotta have big lips, but I'm getting some of y'all got some nice big juicy lips, and that's what makes you stand out, because a lot of people are like, that person must be a good kisser, or they got, you know what I'm saying? I actually got some little nasty DSLs and shit like that, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, some of you guys have like some of you guys could have bigger ears, for some of you, okay? But I'm getting that like some of you guys wear shades, or you know, you just like hide your eyes a lot, glasses, and that's what makes you stand out, because people want to see, like, why can't I see your eyes? Why can't I look at you? Why are you trying to hide yourself? You're beautiful. I want you. That's what makes you stand out. Again, with this Scorpio energy, you're very mysterious, but you're also very deep, and you build very deep bonds, okay? These are cords that you stay connected to for a long time, until it gets real bad, to the point where you have to, like, your breaking point where you have to burn it away. You know, so you're very loyal. You've kind of stuck around the same people for a long time. And yet maybe you might have left them recently, but still there's a big emphasis on, like, you know, you might have even stayed at jobs for a long time and stuff like that, and done things a certain way for a long time, and that's what made you stand out. But it's also something that you create. And I also feel like you're a bringer of karma, and this could not even be like on purpose. It could be accidental karma, and that's what makes you stand out. It's like, say somebody is running, they robbed a purse, and they're running down the street, and then all of a sudden you turn the corner and your foot goes out, and this person trips over their foot, and then they get caught. You know, it's not like you did it on purpose. You just help somebody by just walking, just by being yourself. You help a lot of people by being yourself. You bring a light, okay? You could be very grateful. You could have a lot of love, and you have a big love for yourself, and that's what makes you stand out, because your energy oozes love. You bleed love. Keep bleeding. That's funny. Wow, that's random as hell. I feel like you make a lot of things that people say impossible possible. You do a lot of things, because I was hearing impossible, but not from Cinderella, the old school Cinderella from where Brandy was the Cinderella, but it was from this other song. Be impossible, impossible. I can't remember. Chantel, I think it's Chantel who sings that. But yeah, that song, because I'm hearing that, so it makes me think, like, you open people's perspectives. You allow people to see the impossible. You actually might do things. Some of y'all could be like, your psychic abilities are on point, and that's what make people like be like, oh shit, like I'm starting to believe in this, like, you know, mysticism, this wizard or this witch shit. Like, you could be into telekinesis and like making things move with your mind and shit like that, or like, you know, telepathy. Why can I never say telepathy? Telepathy. Yeah, you know what I mean. You could read people's minds, and unintentionally, but people like they see this. They see the magic in you, and you make them believe in a lot of things that they never used to think of before. Like, you make them believe in manifestation. You make them believe in, like, you know, improving their health. I'm getting that some of you guys are health conscious. Some of you guys could actually be self-conscious, and people are confused as to why you're self-conscious. So that could also be another reason why you stand out, because you look very good, but you're self-conscious. Like, they're like kind of trying to figure out why. 222 could be seeing 222 a lot. But yeah, some of you guys smell good because of the lotions that you use too, or the cologne or perfume that you wear, and that's what makes you stand out. You might walk by people and people be like, or maybe people come up to you and openly be like, wow, you smell so good, thank you. Like, oh, thank you for blessing me with that smell. What is that? Like, what is that cologne or perfume? Or like, what are you using? What do you use in your hair? I'm getting you stand out because you look good, or you have like a lot of good things that make you stand out, because you look like you take care of yourself. Like, you might have clear skin, or like, you know, soft skin and stuff like that. So a lot of people want to like ask you like how you do what you do, or how you are the way you are. Like, what do you use in your hair? Let's say, like, 'cause a lot of people ask me about my curls, because you know, like, what product do you use in your hair? And I'll tell them and stuff like that. But it's like, you know, maybe you have a lot of curl definition, or like, you know, you have certain things that stick out. And I feel like a lot of people, like, when you're around people, you do things that stand out, and like, you're weird, or you're funny, or, you know, you guys are out there, and like, you're not afraid to be seen, you're not afraid to be big energy, you're not afraid to be judged, and you kind of might do silly things, or, you know, put yourself out there and be playful and stuff like that. And that's what makes you stand out, because you make people giggle and laugh, and the thing is, you couldn't even be interacting with them. You could be telling a joke or like, you know, doing something silly, or even roasting or being playful, and then, like, you know, people around you are watching it and just laughing, but they remember you because of that. Let's get some more. What makes you stand out, pile 2? Okay, damn. What makes pile 2 stand out? Shit. Ah! I ran it over. Great. Some of you guys stand out because you might bump into people. Like, you're like a bulldozer. When you work your way through a crowd, you might throw some bows and shit like that, and people will remember you. Especially if you're a concert person, which, you know, some of you guys might have experienced or been in certain mosh pits, and that's what makes you stand out. That's random as hell. You could be very into photography or cinematography. So the cinematics, okay? I can't. Mercury will come out of retrograde soon. Okay, so look at this. It's that, okay, we have good luck, we have balance, we have trust, and then we have mental strength and live in the present moment. You bring people down to the present moment. You ground people. You help people to feel safe, feel comforted, okay? Even children, I'm getting big emphasis. You could be very good with children. You don't have to have children, but like, even if you don't care for children like that, it's just like, you're really good with children because you're very compassionate and very empathetic, and you don't make kids or whatever the situation is feel bad for expressing emotion or crying. You make people feel comfortable expressing their emotions or expressing their truth. People feel like they can trust you, and that's why you stand out, because you seem like a person who has good intentions. Okay, you have a good heart. People can see that and feel that around you. But you definitely ground people and bring people into the present reality. You make people get off their phones. When you start talking, people put their phones away, and that's what makes you stand out, is because, like, I don't know, you say things that sound out of pocket or make people start to question things. You get people's brains going. Like, you make people start to think and, like, shift their perspectives, and that's what makes you stand out, because you say certain things. You could have one conversation with somebody, but you said one line that made them change their whole life, and then they come up to you months later like, yeah, you remember how you gave me that advice about, like, this and that? And you're like, no, I really don't. And they're like, well, yeah, I did this, and then now my life's way better, and you're like, what? And I feel like some of you guys experience that, and you're like, wow, I did not think, like, all I said was this, and then all of a sudden I changed somebody's whole life for the better. But you do that, and that's why you stand out. You know, you have this luck to you, okay? You're not jaded. You're not jaded. Yeah, you went through hard shit, but you're not jaded, okay? You're a truffle. You might look like, because especially I'm getting, some of you guys have scars. You could have scarring on your face. You could have big scars on your arms. You're like, there's something like even burns and stuff like that. You might have scars. You know, everybody got scars and shit like that. But like, you know, you could have scars that make you stand out, you know? And because I'm seeing scar with the eye, like, you know, shit like that. But that's why you stand out too. It's like, you look hard, you look hardcore, but you're really a truffle. You're really soft on the inside. You're really kind and compassionate. A lot of people judge you before they get to know you. They judge the book before they open the cover and actually read the fucking book. But big emphasis on, like, you speak your truth, but with love and compassion. You know, you're not going to be rude, but it's like, you're very protective, okay? Very protective of those you love, and that's what makes you stand out. You could have a unique name as well. If people see your name, or you might have a unique nickname, and that's what also makes you stand out. A lot of people might know you like, they go lucky right now, you know? Like, yeah, you might be the talk of the street or the talk of the town. A lot of people know you. You could be walking or driving down the street and people see you and they're like, hey, like beep beep. You might get that a lot. And that's what makes you stand out, because people are looking like, who is that? Like, everybody knows them, you know? Could be very well known. Especially for your talents. I'm getting you guys could be talented. You're an earth angel too. Earth angel. Your accent. Some of you guys could be foreigners or from a different country. And that's what makes you stand out as well. Your culture could bleed through, and it's very noticeable. You're very exotic, ethnic. You got gossip. I already said that you're the talk of the town. So you stand out because a lot of people got things to say about you. We have beggar. Okay? I feel like you don't even be paying attention to the gossip and the people who kind of like always talk about you. It's like you're this big deal, but you're not stressing it. We have knight, we have servant, and we have God, earth angel, like I said. Okay. So yeah, a lot of people be side-eyeing you and talking and stuff like that, or a lot of people just have a lot to say about you, and that's what makes you stand out, you know? Some people will be talking and then another person's walking by listening to these people talk about you, and then they look at you, and that's why they're looking at you, because they're hearing others talk about you. Whether it's good or bad, that's on them. They get their karma, because I feel like you're very heavily protected. Okay? But I'm getting that, like, there's big emphasis on coffee. Some of you guys are coffee drinkers or tea drinkers. And you could be, like, in a coffee shop alone and stuff like that. You don't beg. You're not a pick-me guy or gal. Okay? I said this before. You don't need people around you. You could be a lone wolf. And it's like, you're still kind and compassionate, but I feel like, you know, you're cool with being by yourself, and that's what makes you stand out, is that, you know, you don't beg for people to be around you, or you don't need people to be around you. Okay, you're very confident in yourself and your abilities as well. But I feel like you have a confidence that, like, is different, because it's like you look confident and you act confident, but in reality, it's like you might be a little self-conscious, but a lot of people don't know that. And then that's what makes you stand out. And some people actually might know that you're self-conscious, and that's what makes you stand out too, because they're like, wow, this person's going out and doing this and doing that, but they're self-conscious, or like, you know, they have fears and they still fight their fears. And that's what makes you stand out, is you push past fear. You don't allow fear to run your life. Like, you do what you want to do, and yeah, it might not be easy, but you pick up your pants and you put them on, and you know, I got my big girl pants on, I'm gonna do this shit, let's go. But I feel like, you know, you help a lot of people, okay? You might be into, like, giving very good gifts, and that's what makes you stand out. Or just very kind, very of service, and you could also support a lot of people. You could even support people financially, and that's what makes you stand out as well. But I feel like, you know, you're very kind, compassionate, and a lot of people feel like they can trust you. A lot of people actually could immediately start opening up to you and telling all their deepest, darkest secrets, because you're an empath, and you know, you have that kind of light that people feel super comfortable or feel the need to express themselves to you. So you might get a lot of people randomly telling their whole life story to you. And then, you know, you might be like, okay, well, let's calm down. Let's bring it back. But, like, that's why you stand out. Because a lot of people are just questioning, like, why am I telling it, like, my whole fucking life story to this person, you know? But I feel like, you know, you embody the divine. You're like an angel. And you allow others to shine just as much as you do. You know, if somebody gives you a compliment, you might give one back immediately. You might be one of those, like, you accept compliments, but also I feel like, you know, you're tit for tat. Like, you giving me that, I'm gonna give it to you tenfold. Let's go. But you're very loyal. You ooze love, and I feel like, you know, you're very romantic, charming. You could be flirtatious, but you don't flirt with everybody, like, on purpose. Like, it could just be the charisma, okay? You could have Gemini in your chart, Aries in your chart, Libra in your chart. You could be very talkative as well, and that's why you stand out. You can talk to anybody, or you can fit into any crowd. You can be in the hood, you can be in Calabasas, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can adapt to any surrounding with ease and grace. It doesn't matter if you're in a foreign country, you can adapt, okay? You can figure things out. You're quick to figure things out, quick to solve problems, okay? And you don't have to put in a lot of work. You make things look easy, and that's why you stand out. Maybe when you're at work and stuff too, people like to watch you because you work like a machine. I'm getting the machine. If you know, you know that comedian. He actually dropped a movie, or is dropping a movie right now called The Machine, which I think is so funny because the movies based on real life are the best movies because like that's real life, and real life is hella funny. Okay, y'all think the things that people make up is funny, which could probably still be real, but when people like put movies out that are real life, like your life is a movie. That's what makes you stand out. Your life is a movie. You've done things that people like, maybe you've told stories to people like, yeah, I've done this, I've done that, I went there and I did this and that and da. You've done so much, and then people are like, what? And that's what makes you stand out, because of how much life experience that you have, and you continue to build that up. You could be very well traveled as well. Ooh. Let's see some tarot, and then we'll close you guys out. I already got the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Okay. Some of you guys are wifey and hubby material, and that's what makes you stand out for sure. Okay, what makes Pile 2 stand out? Four of Swords. Some of you guys pray and meditate, and that stands out. Nine of Pentacles. Ooh, you get people fumbled and nervous, because I had my little like, you make people nervous and they don't even know why you make them nervous, but they fumble and then they get embarrassed. But it's like, you don't make them embarrassed. You might giggle or be like, no, it's okay. And you make them feel comforted, like, no, it's all right, instead of judging them or giving them a side eye, like, why are you fumbling? Like, what's going on? You're being weird. You don't judge them, and then that's why you stand out, because you make them feel like it's okay to be nervous around somebody who is so beautiful or handsome and luxurious and peaceful. What's this Four of Swords? The Moon! Nine of Pentacles. Oh. I got the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Cups. Beep, beep, beep. I feel like you do something that a lot of people do, but the way you do it is unlike anybody else. You could have like this secret talent, or like just whatever it is that you do, even if it's work or just like the way you speak or something. I don't know. You do something that, like, let's say you have a podcast. Like, there's so many podcasts out there, right? But the way your podcast is something unique about it, or your YouTube, or the way you work. You know, there's something unique about it. What is this Four of Pentacles in reverse? Makes Pile 2 stand out. Yeah, you're non-judgmental. Because I didn't even realize, because I was talking about that. You don't judge them. And then I got the Judgment in reverse. Like, you're not going to judge people. You're non-judgmental. We have the Ace of Wands. You could ooze this very sexual energy as well, but not in a way that's like creepy or like predatorial. It's just like that creative. You know, when you're healing energy, the thing about healers is they have a lot of sexual energy. A lot of people don't know that, but they do. They're the freaks. Real deal freaks, and that's you, okay? And then we have Judgment with, that's so funny, the Knight of Pentacles. And there it is, the King of Pentacles and the Page of Swords in reverse. So you stand out because you don't be looking at anybody or anything. It's like, you know, let's say there's mad noise. You know how the noisy people that come around, they're trying to get everybody to look at them, like screaming and ha 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 ha, like kind of being obnoxious, but to get attention and stuff like that. You will literally not pay them any mind. You will not give them any attention, and people, you stand out because people look at that and they're like, oh wow, this person is not, they don't care about that. Or like, maybe you don't get flustered when people talk about celebrities. You might not care about celebrities, or you're just not into that type of vibe. Like, you know, like if I saw Keanu Reeves, like I would be excited, but I wouldn't be like, oh my god. I'd be like, hey, and I would try to have a conversation with him because he is a human being. Try to pick his brain, maybe, you know, if he has the time. If not, I'll be like, hi, it's nice to meet you. I'm a big fan. I love all of your fucking movies. Can't wait for the next one, you know? And it's like, you're just very, very, like, you know, you make even people who feel like they have to, like, who are, like, famous, you know, some of you guys might know famous people, but it's like people who are, like, expected to be a certain way. Like, you let them be able to let their guard down and live normally, okay? Like you might even like get like the bosses to be comfortable around you, and then they'd be like, all right, get back to work now. You got me over here freaking cackling and shit. But there's a big emphasis on peace, and that's what makes you stand out. I feel like you put your peace first, and you're very mysterious, and you don't put all of your pieces out. Like you don't put everything out on the table. You don't allow everybody to see all of you, you know, and you give, like, it's like you give what you get. If somebody's nice to you, you'll be nice. If somebody's rude to you, you're gonna be rude, and not in a way that is like, it's just like you're a mirror, and that's what makes you stand out, is like you help people to realize when they're fucking up. Okay, you might call out a lot of people on shit, like when, again, like I said this earlier, but yeah, some of you guys have nice jewelry. Okay, like I'm getting chokers, gold chains. Some of you guys wear a lot of gold and it looks very nice. Some of you guys could be wearing corsets or wear nice dresses, and again, knee-high socks, like, again, you know. But I feel like your sneaker game might be strong, or your heel game. You could wear like knee-high boots too, or flip-flops or sandals that look really nice as well. But I feel like, you know, you can pair earrings and necklaces and a lot of things together, and it all looks aesthetically pleasing. Okay, again, some of you guys have dreads, long hair, unique colors, waves, short hair too, but like not super short, like maybe a bob. But I feel like some of you guys are patient, but it's like you get aggravated, and you might show it on your face, like this person, but it's like they're like, okay, you know, it's fine. Like you could roll your eyes or get upset and people see that, but then you're like, you know, you switch out of it, you snap out of it, you're like, nope, we're not gonna do that. And then you come back and like you're non-judgmental, or you're very understanding and compassionate. And you're like, it's okay, you know? Like say a kid, like you tell a kid like, hey, don't touch that, you could get hurt. And then you move away real quick, and all of a sudden they touch it, they get hurt, they're crying, and then you roll your eyes because you're like, bitch, I just told you like not to touch that. Why did you do that? And then you go over and then you're like, it's okay. I know. It hurt, didn't it? But I told you not to touch it. Now you know, right? That's what happened. That's why I tried to tell you. I was trying to prevent, like, you know, it's like that kind of vibe. Like you're still like, you know, you're teaching the lesson, but it's like you're compassionate. Like it's like you're not like, I told you so, you know. It's not like that. It's like, yeah, you fucked up, but it's okay, we make mistakes. And you make people feel okay to make mistakes. I also feel like you let people like be free and be wild. Okay, you might bring out a lot of people's sexuality as well, or be very comfortable with talking about sexuality, be very open about your escapades for some of you, and that's what makes you stand out. You might be like open about like what you like or what you do and stuff like that, or some of y'all porn stars, or you're into porn and you're very open like about what you do sexually, and that is what makes you stand out. You know, people could openly know that you're a freak. And you're like, yeah, it is what it is. 111. Big emphasis on money. He got money. She got money. Some of you guys have nice watches too. Could have a nice watch that you like, or a specific kind of like amulet or something, you know. You could also be very connected to your inner child and very playful, like I said already, but like you might do things like you could be that adult that's jumping around in the trampoline park and like doing flips with all the kids and stuff like that, like, you know, but still then all of a sudden you get out and then you're serious. It's like, you know, you have these you have so many sides, there's so many layers, like an ogre, like an onion, you can peel back the layers, you know, and that's what makes you stand out. You're just so beautiful and unique. And you might have a lot of unique hats or accessories, hair clips, earrings, like I said. But and again with the eye colors, you guys have nice eyes, big eyes, beautiful eyes. But you speak with your eyes, you speak with your face, and that's what makes you stand out. I'm getting you make facial expressions that are hilarious, and it makes you stand out. Like you're not afraid. You know how the prettiest people do the ugliest things? And when I hear that saying, I think of like how pretty people can make the ugliest faces, and you might be one of those people. Okay? But I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever. And I will see you on the next one. Oh, wait. Bye.